Shalom, my friends from here in Jerusalem. It's time for this month's Ask Yael, and I'm sorry that we are a little bit late in responding, but because of the terror attacks in Boston and everything that's been going on, we decided to push it off a little bit. And my prayers are with everyone in America, and especially the people in Boston that's fighting the terror that Israel is unfortunately all too familiar with. And so you should know that from here in Jerusalem, myself and all of the Jewish people here, our prayers are with you, our thoughts are with you, and we're just praying for a recovery for all of those injured. And I want to answer this month's question from Grace Stamsos, and she wants to know, how do Jews deal with the issue of forgiveness and repentance now that we don't have a temple to bring a sacrifice in? And it's a great question, and the answer is that what's the time of forgiveness? What's the largest time of forgiveness for the Jewish people? Is the holiday of Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, and Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. And we say on Yom Kippur that the way to be good in God's eyes, to do true repentance, is uteshuva, utefila, utzedaka, mavirim et dina gzera. That teshuva, repentance, tefila, prayer, and tzedakah, charity, is what will take away all of the bad judgments on a person. And those are the three ways that we deal with forgiveness and turning back to God. Now that we don't have a temple, we can't bring sacrifices. After the temple was destroyed, instead of sacrifices, we bring prayers. We bring prayers up to God. Instead of the incense, we use our words, we use our song, we use our dance to light up the heavens, to bring up to God and to really ask for forgiveness. But there's a Jewish saying that you can't only ask for forgiveness to God, ben adam lehashem, aval also ben adam lechavero, between man and man. That we can't just go and ask for forgiveness to God. For the spiritual sins that we've done, we could ask for forgiveness to God. But between man and man, those sins that we've done, we could only get forgiveness by asking for forgiveness from our fellow man, from the person that we did wrong. That if there's a businessman that cheated someone the year before, on Yom HaKippur, on the Day of Atonement, he can't go to God and ask for forgiveness for wronging the other man in business. He has to go directly to the other person that he wronged and tell him, I wronged you and I want to ask for forgiveness. Then, from God's point of view, he did right. He did forgive. He is forgiven, and he did atonement. And so essentially, in Judaism, there are two ways that we ask for forgiveness. To God for the spiritual sins, and to our fellow man for doing wrong, for speaking bad about a person, for speaking not nicely, for being dishonest, for lying. We have to go directly to the person. God can't forgive us for the sins that we did to our fellow man. We have to go directly to them. And so we have to pray about it. We have to ask forgiveness, and we have to give charity. That is what we do instead of bringing the sacrifice to the temple like we did in the days of old. Today we have those three tools to use to be good in God's eyes, to find favor in God's eyes, and to really knock out the evil in this world. Tefillah, prayer, tzedakah, charity, and teshuvah, to turn back to God and do repentance. So I pray that we will all take that seriously, internalize it, and really use those three different paths to get close to God, to get close to each other, and to strengthen our faith. God bless you from here in Jerusalem.